If you aren't sure what workers' compensation insurance is, you're not alone. So much of the information available about this coverage is full of jargon. So even if you've heard of it, you may not fully understand what it is and why you need it. That's why here at Food Liability Insurance Program, or FLIP, we're getting to the heart of workers' compensation insurance. After this video, you'll have a solid understanding of this coverage and know exactly why you need it. Let's start with the definition. Workers' compensation insurance can help pay for your employees' medical care or lost wages if they get hurt or sick because of their job. It's regulated by each state, so the exact benefits workers get depends on where they live. Do you need it for your business? If you have full or part-time employees, contract workers, or even volunteers, you need workers' compensation insurance. Any of these workers can get hurt on the job, and if they do, your state's workers' compensation laws can leave you responsible for paying for their medical bills or missed wages because of their injury. Plus, 49 states legally require you to carry workers' compensation coverage if you have employees, though the number and type of employees vary from state to state. In most cases, you need this coverage as soon as you hire your first employee. You can face a fine, jail time, or both if you don't have workers' compensation insurance. Even if you aren't required by law to have this coverage, you still need it if you want to protect yourself from having to cover the costs of employees' work-related injuries out of pocket. However, if you live in Ohio, North Dakota, Washington, or Wyoming, you can only buy workers' compensation coverage from your state's fund. That means you can't get it from a private insurance company like FLIP. So, how does workers' compensation insurance, work? Your workers' comp policy has two parts to it. Part 1, workers' compensation, and Part 2, employer's liability. Let's take a closer look at each part. Part 1 covers your employees' costs related to their work injury. It requires your insurance company to pay the amount your state tells them to pay if a claim happens. Because each state's workers' compensation laws are different, there are no standard coverages and limits in Part 1 like you'd see in other insurance policies. Part 2. Employer's liability covers your expenses if your employee sues you over a work-related injury or illness that your state's workers' compensation laws don't cover. Unlike Part 1, this part does have standard limits. Now that you know how it works, let's look at what workers' comp covers. As a reminder, the exact coverages and limits are determined by your state. But in general, workers' comp covers medical expenses, lost wages, disability benefits, death benefits, and employee injuries or illnesses that aren't included under your state's laws, aka employer's liability. It usually won't cover things like injuries or illnesses that aren't work-related or happened off the clock, injuries or illnesses that happened when the employee was under the influence of alcohol or drugs, intentional or self-inflicted injuries, pre-existing conditions, and deliberately ignoring safety protocols or standards. Now that you know more about workers' compensation insurance, let's see what FLIP's policy has to offer you. For starters, we have a quick and easy application process. Most people can get their quote in about 10 minutes, all without needing to meet with or speak to an agent. What makes our application process even easier is that it's done completely online. It's pretty common for insurance companies to make you speak with an agent before you can get a workers' comp quote. Not FLIP though. With us, you'll get flexible payment options. Choose between annual, quarterly, semi-annual, and monthly plans. Whatever works best for your business. Here's what you'll need to get your workers' compensation policy today. When you start your application, select the business class that best describes your business, such as caterer or food truck. This step is super important. Selecting the wrong business class can lead to delays, meaning you'll have to wait longer to get your policy. Then, we'll need some information about your business to get your quote ready for you. This includes your business type, Federal Employer Identification Number or FEIN, your address, and your phone number. If you have any questions about getting your quote or need help checking out, we're happy to help. Give us a call at 844-520-6992 to speak with one of our US-based licensed customer service reps. We hope this video was helpful and you feel more confident about getting workers' compensation coverage. Visit flipprogram.com for more information and get your free quote online today.